Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Infinity Train, Season 2, Episode 2. So, yeah, we're still, as I said in the previous reaction, doing this according to the episode listings from where I get the episodes from. So, Episode 2 is still just on its own, but I think like 3 and 4 are together and whatnot, so we'll do those together and so on and so forth. So, last time we got reunited with Mirror Tulip, being chased by the Mirror Police, whatever you would call them, changing her look and just trying to survive. She met a superpowered deer and met another passenger of the Infinity Train, whose name I already forgot. And that's the gist of last episode. Not much happened. It was very simple, very basic, very much just starting off the season, you know? Now, I don't know what to expect with where this is going to go, but I guess we're going to have to find out. So far, this other character, this other passenger, I'm not sure about his personality and how I feel about it yet. He seems like a bit much, honestly. But we'll have to see. He might grow on me. I like Mirror Tulip so far. We saw her briefly in season 1, but I like what they're doing with her so far here. And if we're going to have these police or enforcers or whatever you want to call them continuously chasing after her, it's going to be interesting to see how that moves along. We saw briefly in the first episode a recording, at least, of 1-1. So I'm wondering if we're going to see him in this episode as well, or in this season as well. I doubt we're going to see human Tulip at all. Like, I doubt there's going to be any actual, like, big stuff with that. She'll probably be mentioned, but that's about it. And I'm wondering if we're going to find out any more facts about the mysteries of the train at all. I'm just really interested to see where this goes. There's a couple other characters we could definitely see again in the future, possibly, but who knows? It's hard to say. But I'm excited to get into this, so we are just going to do so. So, yeah. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, that ended really suddenly. That was like just extremely sudden. But this was just a simple continuation of the first episode with the added weirdness of the family tree that was very reminiscent of Over the Garden Wall. It's just like that is instantly what came to mind. And it's like, it's not a bad thing. I liked Over the Garden Wall, but I don't know. So Metal Tulip, or Mirror Tulip rather, Metal Tulip, Mirror Tulip, and Jesse are continuing to try and find Alan Dracula, the deer, and they end up going down this tree, this family tree, that has 2 families in it. And it's clearly Hatfields and McCoy's thing. One of them is even McGillicuddy instead of McCoy. It's clearly a Hatfields and McCoy reference with the 2 families who hate each other, and they've been at it for hundreds of years, don't even know why they hate each other. Well, they seem to actually know why in this one, in this take. Um, it seems like there's two reasons. One, there's these four kids on from one of the families that weren't invited to the birthday party of the kid at the other family, and they were the only kids in the entire town in the entire area who weren't invited. And there are all these excuses on both sides and everything. But it also seems like they just didn't like that the two families had married together. We see at the bottom of the tree two people kissing in one of the plaques. So I assume that was like the members of the family that got together and everything. So kind of a Romeo and Juliet reference in there too. Two families that hate each other, and a member from each family liking each other. Um, and as Metal Tulip, or MT for short, and Jesse are going down the tree, we start to see like this episode was very much more about the characters and their differing personalities. Metal Tulip is very aggressive and very um, kind of like straightforward thinking. It's like focus on the task, get to work, do it. While Jesse's more laid back and he seems to be like let's just be friends. Let's just um, be nice to everyone and whatnot. I can connect with anyone no matter what their interests are or whatnot. And Mere Tulip's just trying to avoid contact with anyone, um, while also kind of being very antisocial. So you see the differences in them, but also how they end up coming together in the end once it's revealed how the tree works. And they even agree to stick together from this point forward in order to kind of help Jesse get off the train and whatnot. Because Mir Tulip does know how that works. So, yeah. Um, this isn't the first time in any kind of show where, or any kind of media at all, really, where there's been kind of like this opposites coming together kind of situation, whether it's been done for romance or for friendships or whatever else. The idea of two characters who are diametrically opposed in their personalities and traits and whatnot coming together to work as a team, or again, forming a friendship or a romantic relationship or whatever else. It's a tried and true trope. And if done well, it's very good, but it can also be very much overdone to the point where it's uninteresting. And at this point, I do not know where it's going to go with that. Because Tulip's more aggressive, go getter, antisocial nature, and Jesse's more laid back, friendly, outgoing nature is going to cause some definite issues on how to handle future cars of the Infinity Train. They're not going to be able to agree on everything, and they're not going to be able to come to the same conclusions on how to get through cars and whatnot and get past certain problems. So I'm kind of worried about that, about how that's going to be shown. And I'm hoping that there's more to this season than just that, too, than just two characters traveling together who just are so opposed in terms of personality and whatnot. Because again, as I said, that's a tried and true trope, but as I said, it can also get very old very easily. So I'm just hoping that they take it in a direction that at least makes it interesting and fun here. Um, I don't know. I loved season one, but so far season two is good, but it's not impressed me in the same way that season one did. And I'm really hoping that changes sooner rather than later. But we'll have to see. Um, it just depends on where this goes. Now that they're working together, I feel like the dynamic is going to be a little different going forward, maybe, and it's definitely going to grow and change in terms of the tone of this season. from what these first two episodes have been at, with them being kind of like the starting point of this season, of its plot and idea. Um, but other than that, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Either way, I did like it. It's just, it didn't impress me as much as I would have hoped. And again, the ending was really sudden. But we'll see how it turns out. Like I said, I believe episodes 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. Let me check here. Yeah, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 are all together. Well, 3 and 4 are together, and 5 and 6 are together. So the next two reactions will be 2 episodes instead of one each. So yeah, I guess you have that to look forward to. Might help it feel less sudden when it ends too. But we'll see. Either way, um, yeah, I'm hoping this ends up turning out well, and even if it's not as good as season one, hopefully it's still good all the way through, and introduces some new great concepts for the train itself and the cars and whatnot. So, for the time being, tell me in the comments below what you thought of this second episode, and I guess of these first 2 episodes as a two-parter for Infinity Train Season 2, and thank you so much for continuing to tune in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See you all next time.